Hey everyone, welcome back to English with Tom and Julia. This is your space to slow down, breathe, and learn English in a way that actually feels human, not mechanical.
Exactly. Every week we talk about how to understand, speak, and feel English more naturally through real conversation, not perfection.
And if you joined us last time, we talked about the simplest way to understand English. Today, we're going one step deeper into something every learner struggles with at some point: listening.
Yep, the episode today is called How to Listen Like a Native without understanding every word, because believe it or not, even native speakers don't understand every single word they hear.
You know, Julia, this might be the most common frustration I hear from students. They say, Tom, I can understand my teacher, but when I watch a movie, I catch maybe 30%.
Oh, yes, I hear that too. Or, I understand British English, but when an American talks, it's impossible.
Exactly. And what they're really saying is, I can't understand fast, natural speech.
Right, because real English, not classroom English, is full of shortcuts. People blend words, drop sounds, and speak with rhythm, not with perfect clarity.
That's it. So today, we'll explore how you can start listening more like a native, not by understanding more words, but by training your brain to hear the music of English.
I love that image, the music of English, because when you think about it, language really is a kind of music, right?
Exactly. Every language has rhythm, melody, and emotion. And if you only focus on words, you miss the rhythm that makes it flow.
Right. For example, listen to this sentence. What are you going to do about it? Now, if you write it down, it's, what are you going to do about it? 7 words. But when people speak, it becomes one musical phrase.
Exactly. What are you going to do about it? That's what confuses learners. They're listening for 7 words, but hearing one melody.
So, one key to listening like a native is this: stop expecting clear, separate words. Start listening for rhythm, emotion, and flow.
That's such a powerful shift. Because once you catch the rhythm, even if you miss some words, you'll still get the meaning.
Tom, have you ever felt that same frustration in another language?
Tom, if you is listening for you to modulatory? Oh, totally. When I first moved to France, I thought I spoke decent French. Then I sat in a cafe listening to people chat and realized I had no idea what they were saying.
Been there.
I could recognize words, but they blended together like music I didn't yet know how to dance to. So one day, I stopped trying to translate and started listening for emotion. I asked myself, what's the vibe here? Are they joking, arguing, excited? And suddenly, things started to click.
Because your brain started connecting tone and rhythm, not just words.
Exactly. Once I relaxed and focused on the feeling of the conversation, I could follow the story, even without catching every word.
So here's the truth. Understanding English isn't about decoding sounds like a robot. It's about catching meaning through context.
Yes. Think of it like watching a movie without subtitles. You might not catch every line, but you feel what's happening from the expressions, music, and rhythm.
Exactly. So when you listen to English, ask yourself, what's happening here? What's the emotion? What's the main point? If you can answer those, you're already listening like a native.
Because even natives don't process every word. They hear in chunks and patterns.
That's a great point. For example, when you hear at the end of the day, your brain doesn't think about each word separately. It just recognizes it as one idea. Finally, or in conclusion.
Exactly. So the second key is start noticing phrases, not words. Language is built in chunks, just like music is built in notes and rhythm.
Okay, but let me challenge you a bit. Some people might say, that sounds nice, Tom, but if I don't understand the words, how can I ever improve?
Good question. I'd say it's not about ignoring words. It's about timing. When you're listening, focus on flow and meaning. Then, later, not during, go back and check 2 to 3 new words.
Ah, so you separate listening for understanding and listening for study.
Exactly. Because when you try to do both at the same time, your brain freezes.
That's so true. It's like trying to enjoy a song while analyzing the grammar of every lyric.
Right. Enjoy first, analyze later.
Okay, let's give listeners something practical, a small habit they can use.
Sure, here's what I call the 2-listen rule. Step 1. Listen to something short, maybe a 2-minute clip or podcast. On the first listen, don't pause, don't check anything, just feel it. Notice the tone, the energy, the situation. Step 2. Then, listen again. This time, write down any words or phrases that stand out. Check 2 or 3 new ones. That's it.
Beautiful. So first listen for emotion. Second listen for detail.
Exactly. You train both sides of your brain, understanding and knowledge, but in a natural way.
And the best part? You can do this with songs, short YouTube videos, or even this podcast.
Let's also talk about what to listen to, because if the content is too hard, people give up quickly.
Yes, I always tell learners, choose something that's just a little above your level. Not too easy, not too difficult.
Exactly. If it's too easy, you get bored. If it's too hard, you get lost.
Also, choose topics you actually care about. If you love cooking, listen to food podcasts. If you love travel, watch travel vlogs in English.
Right. Emotion creates memory. When you enjoy what you hear, your brain naturally wants to understand more.
It's like listening to your favorite song. You might not know every lyric, but you keep listening until you do.
Let's quickly go over a few common mistakes we see.
Oh yes, let's do a don't list.
Okay, number 1, don't pause every few seconds. Let the sound flow. Number 2, don't focus only on new words. You'll miss the bigger meaning. Number 3, don't expect to understand everything. That's normal.
And I'll add number 4. Don't compare yourself to native speakers. Even they sometimes say, wait, what did he just say?
That's so true. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection.
Here's one more fun technique that helps listening and speaking. I call it the mirror trick.
Oh, I love this one.
It's simple. After listening to a short clip, try to repeat it out loud, matching the rhythm, tone, and emotion, not the exact pronunciation.
Yes, when you imitate the music of English, you train your ear and your mouth at the same time.
Exactly. It's like dancing to the beat of a song before you know the lyrics. Soon, your brain starts recognizing patterns automatically.
That's why children pick up language so fast. They copy the sound, not the rules.
You know, the more I teach listening, the more I realize it's not really about your ears. It's about your attention.
That's beautiful. When you listen with curiosity, not fear, everything changes.
Yes, instead of thinking, I don't understand, try thinking, what can I feel from this conversation?
And that tiny shift opens a new world, because you stop hearing English as noise and start hearing it as meaning.
That's when you know you're listening like a native.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode. How to listen like a native, without understanding every word.
Let's recap the main points real quick. First, listen for rhythm and feeling, not perfect words. Second, use the 2-listen rule. Emotion first, details later. Third, choose content you actually enjoy. Last, relax. You're not supposed to understand everything.
Yes, and remember, your brain is always learning, even when you think it's not. So trust the process and keep showing up.
If this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's also learning English. You never know who might need to hear that it's okay not to understand everything. And before we go, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to learn, to listen, and to grow with us.
Yes, every time you choose to listen, you're not just improving your English, you're building a connection with the language and with yourself.
Remember, progress doesn't come from pressure. It comes from presence. Even listening to one small episode like this every day is a step forward.
So keep listening, keep feeling, and keep trusting that every word you hear brings you closer to fluency, even the ones you don't fully understand yet.
If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with someone who needs a little motivation on their English journey. You might inspire them more than you think.
And don't forget, you can follow us on your favorite podcast app so you never miss an episode.
Until next time, stay patient, stay kind to yourself, and keep learning with heart.